Welcome back to day 26 of my 30-day talking to the camera journey. And today, in today's talk video, I wanted to speak on the importance of being okay with looking a little bit crazy. What do I mean by that? I've found in life at times there are going to be things that you are going after. You have certain goals, certain activities that are way outside the norm of what you're used to. You're pushing the bounds of your comfort zone. And the circle around you, people who've known you for the longest, might see those activities or actions and start to think a little bit, what are they up to? Like, what is this about? Who are you trying to, like, what's going on? And the funny thing about that is more often than not, that is a fabricated voice in your own head of what other people are thinking of you. Because, truth be told, more often than not, other than for a blip, maybe of a moment, of a fleeting thought, you are not on their mind. There are way other more pressing things that every one of us as humans have to deal with or think about, other different fires that may pop up, and they're not thinking about you in that way. And so that thought should be liberating. Should be liberating because this life isn't about simply trying to please everybody. If you try to make sense of every single action you take and every single goal you set to everyone you know, then who are you really doing the goal for anyway? What are you really after? Like, what's the end outcome you're looking for? Because it's impossible. You'll never simply please everybody. There's too many people on the planet for that to happen. It's just not realistic. So instead, do the things that bring you joy and itch that curiosity in the first place. Because by actually traveling down that path, you'll come to find that you are just simply going to stumble onto the right path, the right action, the right circumstance, simply off of trial and error. And it's those that get out and take those actions, the messy actions, and just try more things versus being hesitant based on fear, that end up stumbling into that thing sooner rather than later. And then once they latch onto that, then they take off like a rocket ship from there forward. So that idea of simply paralyzing yourself due to this thought of what other people think or wondering if you're looking a little bit crazy, it's okay. It's okay to look a little crazy. I mean, if you think back to being, for most of us who were on a playground at recess, way back in grade school, we weren't thinking about these things. We were simply, if something looked interesting, it looked cool, we would go after it, try it out. There was no heavy sense of failure or not going on in our head. And I know I've fallen victim to this a ton, simply because in part of my upbringing, it was very frowned upon to get things other than A's in school. So this idea of perfectionism was built up inside of me, and it's still something I definitely deal with from time to time. Matter of fact, yesterday even. And that perfectionism, I've noticed, is the biggest thing that stifles the creative process and creative thinking and lateral thinking. Because you want to make the right move and you want everything to just look perfect. You want things to sound perfect. You want everything to be perfectly edited. And that's just not life. I don't believe that people resonate with perfect images of things. Authenticity shines through in the messiness and the raw, real perspectives from people and what they do and who they truly are. And in this process of creating these videos, it's helping me to shed those layers of the mask that I typically hold in perfectionism and other types of things, so that I can just simply come to know myself even better, share that with more people publicly as I do in real life. Simply molding the in real life John to the on camera John or online John, there should be no difference when it comes down to it. And that is what, through this process of creating these videos and talking to the camera, that I am just simply excavating and finding within myself. Call it shedding skin, whatever, proverbially, whatever that means. So yeah, don't put all this weight on yourself of worrying about what people are thinking or thinking you look too crazy doing one thing or another. Like, be curious, lean into your curiosity, try things, seek fun, because life can throw enough wrenches at you as it is, and life can be an interesting battle, or it can be a beautiful adventure depending on your perspective. And I believe that if you hold yourself in this prison of being worried about so much judgment or being your own worst critic, which we all tend to be at times, then you'll never get to experience that beautiful adventure in the first place. So, very important thoughts to reflect on. Hope you get some value from that. And I'll keep this process project going. It's been day 26 of my 30-day talking to the camera journey. Until tomorrow, where I talk again. Thanks for listening.